And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Tigers offense will have the first crack at it in this one. And boy, do these guys present a problem no matter what you try to stop, David, with this quarterback and running back combination.
Man, this is a true pick your poison, right? You got a great back, a great quarterback. Like, this offense can hurt you in a multitude of ways, Jesse. I just don't know which way they're going to try first.
Yeah, it's like you said, pick your poison. You want to load the box to stop the run, they throw it over your head. You want to play with extra DBs, they just run it down your throat. Very, very difficult to stop because of these two special players.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Give to the back. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. The Bayou Bengals have been able to put on an aerial circus in recent years, but the foundation, the running game.
Yeah, don't forget about the run game. That starts everything, right? Because you can run it, you can throw it, you can create some balance and keep defenses off guard. But I think LSU does a really good job of always establishing the run game first. Then they'll get to their playmakers and all the speed out wide.
The give on the option. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down.
And talking to the OC this week, getting this running back going was step number 1. Was priority number 1. He said it makes the whole offense go. Like, he is the bell cow. He is the guy. This offense doing exactly what they set out to do on this first drive.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Red pass, it's complete. He'll be knocked out of bounds at the 29. And the Tigers kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Wide receiver comes in motion. Wants to go up top on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Lewis.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They'll put the brakes on him at the 21, give him a yard.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 13. LSU quick to the line. To the ground, he's got it again. Got enough space. Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone. The Tigers have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Wide receiver going in motion. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. They grab the early lead.
I really like that drive for this offense. Putting last week behind them, putting the drive together, showing some explosiveness. This offense really put last week behind them. The poor performance last week, starting off with a bang here today.
And the extra point splits the uprights. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Rebels offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. And they are going to be met up front by a defensive line group that is going to make life miserable on the offensive line and the quarterback in this whole offense, Dave.
And this offense is fully aware of the challenge in front of them. This defensive line is quick, they're physical, they're powerful. They wreck games. They individually take over because of their greatness. It's focal point 1, 2, and 3, Jesse.
They're physical and athletic, and that's the thing that's so dynamic about this position group, right? They stop the run, they get after your quarterback. Tremendous challenge for this offensive line to try and...
And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
I love playing man coverage on the back end. Get in those receivers' faces. Don't let them feel comfortable and run zone where they can find all these holes in the zone and my rush can't get home. Pressure them, pressure them, pressure them.
He navigates some traffic, steps out of bounds at the 27 as this offense tries to get something going. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. They recover their own fumble. Somehow, who knows how they got that thing back.
Great job by the defense forcing the fumble, but a bad, unfortunate bounce, and the offense pounces back on it.
And the Rebels will punt this one away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Got enough for the first. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays.
I'll tell you, this defense and their front seven, they're going to have to play with great eye discipline because they know they are going to see this type of misdirection in their run game, and they got gashed there.
Using the quick game.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
The Tigers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Finds his big tight end. He goes out of bounds right at the 10-yard line, and the offense can smell the touchdown from here. They've moved it into scoring territory, 1st and 10 from the 11. To the air on first down. Touchdown! Fit it in the window for the score.
Nice job by the quarterback finding the big fella in the end zone. He's going to find a hole. He's going to find an opening. That guy's, you got to trust him, and I'm going to throw it up and let him make a play like he did right there.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. South Carolina is ahead in Columbia, but that's not exactly George Rogers out there scoring touchdowns. This game is a long way from being over. They're up by 7 over Virginia Tech. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. He's going to lose a yard on that one. The Rebels want to pick up the tempo.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a ball.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. Just a little too much there, a little too handsy, and they nabbed him for the defensive holding penalty. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Trying play action. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. And now this offense will try to overcome that second down incompletion. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. Guys, LSU has the lead here. And they jumped out to that edge early. As we wrap up the first, let's take a quick look at our game stats. Going to need to step up to make sure this one doesn't get out of hand as the second quarter is about to get underway. And the Rebels will send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. run the offense out onto the field. They've already put a couple of scores up, and they look to add to it on this drive.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up, get some movement at the point of attack, and find a little crease for your running back.
To the ground with the back. Finds a crease at the 20. And you race it to the house. Touchdown, LSU! No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead.
And you always want to get the home crowd jacked up and get them excited. Get out to an early lead, and they have 20-0. Defense playing well, offense playing well. They got a lot to cheer about here at home.
And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Let's see if he can make a play on the return. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And the offense takes the field, ready to go back to work. They really need to get points on this drive to sort of steady the ship. Gets it to him on the screen. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to...
And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. And no shortage of the big boys coming out of Baton Rouge as LSU's defense in the backfield again.
Yeah, you talk about tall, long, athletic, guys that get after the quarterback, LSU, they typically have a lot of those guys. That's a really fun thing to have when you're a defensive coordinator.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. The Rebels decide to punt it away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Corrals it at the 45. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute there.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
They say tight ends are a quarterback's best friend in the pass game because think about it. The tight end's the guy lined up closest to the quarterback, which means generally those are the easiest throws a quarterback has. You saw it on that play.
They get him on the ground, but not before he drives it to the 10-yard line. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. They'll go to the ground. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Tiger!
Well, this thing's turning into a rout, and it's turning into a rout quickly. Really nice job by the offense there, but it's not just them. Their defense is getting it done. Their special teams are getting it done, and it just feels like they're really feeding off of this home crowd and their energy. This has been the definition of home field advantage in this football game.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And the offense heads out onto the field to get the drive started. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3 and out the last time they had the ball. Under fire. And the heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
How about this defense in this game so far? Already 5 sacks, and we're only in the 2nd quarter. I think if you're the offensive coordinator, you have got to start mixing up these play calls, moving the pocket, get your quarterback away from danger because it's obvious. This offensive line, they cannot hold up, and they cannot get it done.
When it gets in long yardage situations, defensively, you're thinking pass, pass, pass. How about the quarterback doing a great job? He wants to push it down the field, but he does a great job scrambling, chewing up chunks of yards, and now making this situation a lot more manageable.
Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. And the Rebels will bring the punt team onto the field. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. He will signal for the fair catch and take it just inside the 35. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Completes it in the middle. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Tigers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. From the shotgun, the inside give. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. Use the play fake, now to throw. Wide open downfield. And he takes it all the way down to the 10-yard line. An explosive play for this offense.
It feels like everything this play caller has called has worked so far in this first half of the offense. They've generated a really nice lead, lighting up the scoreboard, and they're staying aggressive. They're throwing the football. They're dictating everything right now to the defense.
Touchdown, Tigers! That's the way you finish a drive and put up points.
And this QB's starting to do some work, man. The big explosive play in the passing game. You get inside the 10, you're thinking run. Everybody thinking run. You back it up with another pass, another great throw, and quickly this offense gets right to the end zone.
Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. He'll start the return inside his 5. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. They'll run it from the gun. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
Finds the tight end. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on second down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain. Set up good situations. I'm way more successful when I can keep those sticks at a more manageable situation, and I'm not as predictable on a third down.
It's amazing to think just how confident this offense was coming into this game. They thought they were going to go up and down the field throwing the football in this one. That has not been the case. They have not yet scored a touchdown in this one. They just threw an incompletion on third down now, looking like they may have to punt. This offense has got to find their rhythm, but you've got to wonder about their confidence at this point of the game.
They'll start this drive at their own 48. Looking downfield on first down. Fires to the wideout. And the defense making a play, getting a hand on that pass.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have a chance to be complete.
They'll snap it from the 30 on first down. They'll run it from the gun. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5. Stuck with a running game on first down. Now here they come again. Back to pass on second down. Fires to the right. And he's on his way. He'll go all the way. Touchdown, Tigers! He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. They're set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Off the play fake on first down to throw. It's complete on the right side. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Rebels can really attack on this 2nd and short. Back to pass. Oh, he makes the catch. Tackled at the 43 after picking up 10. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have 1 remaining in the half. They'll run play action. He lost one down the sideline. And he's got it inside the 25. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17. They have been stagnant on offense, but finally a little forward movement as they've got a 1st and 10. Fires downfield. Makes the grab. Defense knocks him down immediately after the catch, but now they're facing a goal-to-go situation from the 7. Takes a snap, wants to throw. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Looking downfield very late in the half. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the...
Throw that ball away. Don't force it. Don't create a turnover down here in the red zone. We still got a few more downs to go.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Didn't have much of a choice, just had to throw that one away. It'll be 4th down. On 4th down, they'll try to get something out of this drive before the end of the half. Absolutely center cut. I wouldn't say they cut into the deficit. They sort of microscopically edged off the deficit. Still a mountain to climb. So they get the late field goal right before the half, and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. On the run from inside his own 5. Makes a move. He's on the loose. Wide open, and it's a foot race. They won't get it. It's a touchdown.
And this is blowout city. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen explosive plays. They score again here right before halftime. I don't know, guys. I mean, can we do running clock in the 2nd half?
That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Fellows, by the looks of things, we've had one enjoyable first half in Baton Rouge. And we'd be remiss if we didn't start this halftime report by giving props to this superstar tight end. He's been almost, you know what, check that. He has been unguardable with that unusual blend of speed, size, hands, and route running. He is a pick-your-poison kind of player. And with that, let's head back to Tiger Stadium in Baton Rouge.
LSU will put foot to leather to start the 2nd half. Fielded in the end zone, it's James. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. And now this offense will take the field again. They'll open this 3rd quarter with a run. Breaks into the open. He goes out of bounds. They'll mark him right at the 30-yard line. That's the kind of play that can give a drive momentum. They'll snap this one from the 30 on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Snagged in the middle, it's Thomas. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line?
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
Caught behind the line, it's Hainsworth. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Great effort by the defense here. Offense trying to go wide receiver screen. How about the speed on defense rallying to the football?
And the Rebels come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. In the gun and looking to throw on third down. Rush coming in high, and they got him at the 29. They bring the punter onto the field now. They're up to a half-dozen kicks today. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. The give to the back. Picks up the first down. Crosses the 30. He's got away. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. And once he got away from the knee, they had no shot at catching him.
And this offense picks up right where it left off. Scoring points, creating a big play. First drive of the second half, no problem. Don't worry about halftime adjustments. Just keep doing what you've been doing.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. FIU handled its business today away from home. What a thorough beatdown, and what poise this generally young team showed. I think even other coaches will point to this one as what's possible. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still two quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there.
And how about the defense getting home with the pass rush? Playing man coverage in the back end. You need to win up front. Those guys got to get to the quarterback. Do a great job rushing the passer. I can play man when I got a pass rush like that.
Oh, they're after him. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Yeah, it fell incomplete because you did a great job of getting to the quarterback. He's in the pocket. Yeah, he's comfortable, but you get in there and you get a hit on him. Now he feels it, can't throw the football, can't follow through with his arm motion. Nice job by the defense.
Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. The Rebels will call on their punt team. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He'll make the fair catch at the 44, and they'll have terrific field position. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
He'll try to do it himself. Get all you can, then get down with the slide.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats. But when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, too. Get down and don't take a big hit.
Snags it. Into the end zone. Touchdown, LSU.
How about the day for this young fella? 3 receiving touchdowns. Hey, defense, that guy's good. We might want to do something about it. Let's send 2 at him. Let's send 3 at him. We can't let this guy continue to beat us time and time again.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And the offense takes the field eager to go back to work. Wants to throw on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
This offense hasn't been able to generate a lot of points in this one. Here in the third quarter, you're seeing the defense and how much pride they take on being physical. It's not just stopping the run. Guys in the back end flying to the football in the air, getting hits on guys, that time on the receiver, knocking it loose.
He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. They say success rate can be picking up about 4 or so on first down, 1st and 10. Oh, better look out. Past the 45. Crosses the 35. Out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play. Spotted at the 32. In search of their first touchdown of the game, they are on the move with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Throws for the tight end. Makes the grab along the sidelines, and they get enough for the first down.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball.
He snares it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rebels.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. From the gun, to give, looking for room. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one.
I think a big key in this team's success today has been their ability to run the football. They've been able to just hand it off and go churn out yards. They've had this defense on their heels all game long. It's given them a big cushion in this game so far. Let's see if they can keep it up.
He goes out of bounds after a solid gain on the play.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Man, it's so hard to limit these quarterbacks, and they're spreading you out all over the field. When they take off, it's hard to limit the damage. Nice job limiting the damage. And I tell you what, make it physical. Finish those plays and try to tackle that guy and make him think about running the football in the future.
LSU with the 1st and 10 here. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. You'll take this every time, 5 yards on the first down play. LSU right back to the line.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They finally get to him, and what a play there to pick up the first down. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Gonna run it. It's Savage. He's got some room headed to the goal line. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, LSU! I can hear the defensive coordinator in the next booth yelling, "Wrap up! You have to wrap up!"
Bring your feet. 4 points of contact. You hear all those stuff from your defensive coaches. But you know what? Sometimes the guy's just better than you. He makes a play and gets in the end zone.
Guys, LSU has the lead here. And this beatdown is close to completion as we reach the end of 3. Let's take a look at how we got here. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages? We'll see as we start the 4th. Kicker has everything lined up and about set to get this one underway. He'll bring it out. It's James. That's the kind of mistake that throws off your game plan. Come out of the end zone and you're stopped at the 8. Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. Handoff from the shotgun. He is going nowhere. At the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, but whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front 7 has dominated this entire game.
Ball spotted at the 21. It's first down. It's a draw. Maybe picked up a couple. He's down at the 24.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
They've got him looking run. Now they're going to throw it. Complete with conviction on the crosser. How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down? And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, the defense really stepped up in this game. They knew they had to slow down this passing attack. They knew they had some matchups they were going to have to win one-on-one. They've been able to do that, and as a result, they haven't allowed 200 passing yards in this game.
Here comes the rush, and they've got it wrapped up at the 28.
Well, the defense is not taking their foot off the gas. They've got a huge lead. We're early in the fourth quarter, and still they're getting pressure on this quarterback, registering a sack.
Now third and long, and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Finds a soft spot in the middle. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. And the Rebels line up to punt it away. No chance for a return. He makes the fair catch at the 26, and that's where they'll go to work. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Sends it back in motion. Here's the handoff. Defense fills those gaps. He's got one to the 28.
But with the defense trailing, they're trying to dictate to the offense now. Really nice blitz call that time, blowing the run play up for a huge loss. You're probably going to see that again. They're trying to find a way to create a takeaway, create negative plays, and get the ball back.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Really good job by this defense, understanding responsibility football, playing the first option, playing the second option. There was absolutely nowhere to go. Nice job being dialed in exactly where the ball was going and how to get him to the ground.
And that's a big reason why this offense is so dangerous. If they get the lead, because of this guy's scrambling ability, they can just close the door, put that foot on your throat, and not take it off. Nobody was open that time. It looked like he was going to get sacked, and he just very nonchalantly was able to buy himself some time. He gets outside, uses his speed, picks up the first down. The offense stays on the field. They've already got the lead, and now they're just bleeding this clock away.
Looking to throw on first down. Makes the grab. It's late. Brought down at the 39 after a pickup of 10. It'll be a first down.
First job for the QB a lot of times. Look at those safeties. Is it man or is it zone? Nice job. You could tell right away. He saw it was zone, understood.
There he goes. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13.
When you talk about creating big plays in the running game like this makes the game really easy. Actually, when you've got a guy like this that you can hand it to with this much speed and elusiveness, just hard to bring down in the open field, what a big gain for the offense.
LSU getting set on 1st and 10.
Here we go, set.
They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild. After that last loss, it's 2nd and 12. The give to the lone running back. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
And running really has been the key on this drive, guys. Lots of success right there. They generate another explosive play. Their success running the ball, big reason why they've been able to put up a lot of points and have a really nice lead in this one. And now back in the red zone again, they're looking to add to that run.
They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.